Hi, my name is Kelsey Mansray. The team and I, we get calls and emails every single day from people just like you looking to make their move to Memphis. We absolutely love it when we connect with our clients, and whether you're moving in 8 days or 80 days, just give us a call, send us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom video call. All of my contact information and details are listed in the description below. Happy to help you make a smooth move in or around Memphis. So you're thinking about moving to Memphis, Tennessee. Well, pump your brakes. It's not all perfect in the great state of Tennessee. There are some things to consider, especially if you're coming from California, New York, Illinois, or Utah, or Montana. There might be a little bit of culture shock, and we do want you to know of some of the less than ideal things prior to getting here. That way you can be well prepared. And we're going to talk about it right now. And I'll tell you what, there's some good ones in here, but we are going to start out talking about the weather. It is something that we always get questions about, especially from people moving from California. Well, let me tell you something. Whenever it's cold here, it's cold. And whenever it's hot, it's hot. That's just how it is, because we are in Memphis, West Tennessee. It's considered very humid here, so whenever it does get below 70 degrees, that's when you'll start seeing people within Tennessee busting out of their coats and the sweaters, especially in December and January and February. If the temperature drops below 72 degrees, we rarely get snow and ice, so when we do, it's major. Like, you can count on being at home for work, and the kiddos would be home from school. And this is before the day that the snow even falls. And I've traveled all over the country. I was in hospitality in my late 20s and early 30s, and of course I traveled for leisurely purposes. So just note, in the spring when there is 70-degree weather, you'll enjoy it for a couple of weeks or so, and then it will start to feel like summer. It can be 100 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona, and 100 degrees in Memphis, Tennessee. And Memphis feels a lot hotter just because of the humidity. Drink lots of water and stay hydrated during the summer months. You'll eventually acclimate to the heat. Now, sometimes we get heavy thunderstorms, yet tornadoes may drop down in Covington, Tennessee, in Millington, Tennessee. Beyond that, we really don't have tornadoes in Memphis and the surrounding suburbs. We may have tornado watches ever so often. We might see some trees uprooted, yet we're basically fortunate here. Just note though, there are power outages literally when it thunderstorms and there are heavy rains. And I think we're improving in that area here in the city of Memphis. And most of the time, the weather is beautiful here, especially right now when we're in the transition from summer to autumn or from spring to summer. It's some of the best weather, yet July and August, it does get really, really hot. Now, I'm accustomed to it. I was born and raised in the Memphis area, and so I actually like it. And being with nature, attending all of the great outdoor activities and festivals. However, in contrast, just brace yourself to get through July and August. September, October, and November. It's usually nice weather also. Like I said, I am a native Memphian, so I adjust to the hot summer temperatures. I think it varies for everybody, depending on where you're from. So next on the list is going to be the bugs. So again, people coming from California, where everyone enjoys perfect weather and no bugs, you cannot host a barbecue here in Memphis without extra guests coming to your picnic. And those extra guests are bugs. So if you're considering moving to the country parts, there might be more mosquitoes and they might be bigger. So the further out of the city into the country you go, the more you might have to deal with in terms of bugs in areas, especially like Fayette County, Eads, Oakland, Pittston County, Atoka, and Millington. So if you're around standing water and lots of trees, you'll have lots of bugs and mosquitoes. And that is why in some areas you'll see fenced in patios to protect people from bugs. And if you have O-type blood, for some reason, bugs find your blood sweeter. Anyways, keep your yard treated for insects and you're likely to have less of a bug issue. So Just hire some professionals and they can treat your yard. So next on the list is property taxes. This is something that people bring up all the time also. By the way, we have a video that is completely dedicated to property taxes coming soon. So some people like to move to certain counties depending on property tax amounts. So check out Shelby County, Tipton County, and Fayette County property taxes for yourself to get the latest information. Taxes are manageable regardless of where you choose to move. So keep that in mind. So now we're going to talk about allergies. For 20 plus years of my life, I did not have allergies. Everyone I knew did. Then I finally got allergies, sinus colds, sinus infections, yuck, and finally learned how to manage them. I mean, a lot of people do complain and have seasonal allergies. If you're allergic to pollen, that is something many folks in the South deal with in the springtime. It is everywhere. If you park outdoors for a while, there might be a yellow powder coating on your car. If you hear and see a lot of folks sneezing, it's likely seasonal allergies if it's not during the winter and autumn. It's something over-the-counter antihistamine meds can fix. Now, I have heard Californians say Memphians can't drive. I don't know, that's subjective. Yet, like anywhere, you have to drive defensively and offensively. We typically don't have major traffic jams and issues a lot unless there's an accident or construction happening around that time on the interstate. So your morning and evening commute may likely be steady compared to other places in contrast, like in Atlanta, Los Angeles, and other places. Our traffic isn't like that. You just won't be in traffic for 2 or more hours here. Rush hour is typically from 5 to 6 p.m. You just have to account for the travel time in the morning and the evenings, depending on your commute. And a lot of people can work from home these days. Also, let's talk about something else. Everyone here is very, 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 very friendly. I'm going to rarely run into people who are just plain rude for no reason. People are waving in the streets if you're living out in the country. If people are sitting out on the porch, they will greet you. Kids play in the streets together. Families are out talking and mingling with other families, especially at festivals, and having a good time. It's usual for people to spark up conversations while they're in line at the store. So it is a very, very friendly place and city all the way around, mostly. So if you don't like Southern hospitality, Memphis might not be the place for you. If you do, come on and join us. Someone is likely to start chatting with you in the aisles in the store or spark up a conversation with you at a public event. That is just what we do here. So that basically concludes this video on really what we consider the biggest downsides to moving to Memphis. Yeah, just like any place else that you're going to be, there's always going to be some factors that might be less than ideal. However, you know, if you look at the good or whatever, there's something that balances it all out. Or if you really think about it, it's really not that bad after all. Yet I say this, I wouldn't be concerned about the weather. If it was a big concern, I wouldn't live here. So just something to keep in mind. We want you to know what to expect prior to moving to Memphis so you can be prepared. And so again, you know, I hope you found some value in this video. Whether you're moving in 8 days or 80 days, be sure to give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom video call. I love to meet you in person to discuss your real estate goals via Zoom on a video call. And I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Memphis. So with that, we hope to see you around town. We'll see you on the next video.